How's it going, everyone? My name is Trev Barnes, and today we're going to be checking out some more of your music. I'd really like to keep up with this series because it is really enjoyable to see how insanely talented the people who watch these videos are. Just a reminder, everything is 100% subjective. My opinions are never right or wrong. This is purely for constructive feedback and maybe offering some of my tastes to you. So if you want me to react to your music in the next video, please leave a comment down below with a link, but let's jump right into it. All right, so Isaiah Dumar, he was in the first video. He went ahead and sent over another track. The first track was super impressive for a first production, and let's see what he's got now. All right, so this song is called Walls, and let's take a listen.
Sit in silence while the world turns slowly.
So I really like the transition from the beginning of the track. I still feel like there's a low end presence that's kind of missing from it. For example, I think the EQ and dynamics on this guitar are very full, and there's a good amount of low end, a proper amount of low end to the guitar. And when the rest of the production comes in, it may feel a little bit lackluster. I think that all the ear candy added as well is a perfect touch. Just adds a lot of variety and dynamics. And the last thing I'll say for now, the drums, I think the kick is a little out of place. Not necessarily the pattern, but the actual sound. It's a very beater heavy basketball sounding kick. I think something much more soft would do this track a little more justice so far.
Because no one can console me. In a room full of people, but I feel all alone.
So this part when everything breaks away is absolutely amazing. This tells me that you have a very fine taste for not just what to add, but what not to add. I think that vocal that's kind of in the background is a little too dry. I would recommend just drenching that a little more in reverb because we know the line that's being repeated. We just need it to kind of cascade along with the rest of the ambient openness. I hope that makes sense. Typically, I don't make much sense.
Feels like nobody knows the things I'm going through.
So again, that kick really takes me out of it because it's just a little too sharp. Just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, I feel like this is a really close match to the kick that you're using. This is a stock Logic drum plugin, but to me, this is what it sounds like. That beater cuts through in a very particular way. If we go to another preset, this is retro rock. Listen to this kick drum. It's much more soft. It's very subdued. It provides the low end, but it doesn't stand out as the sharp kick. I'm not sure if you're a Logic user or not, but I would recommend layering in a kick that's like this. This is from an electric kit called the 2-ton pop, but listen to this kick. There's no high end in that whatsoever. It's good to have varied dynamics. You don't have to use the same kick for the entire song. That way, when we go back to like an acoustic drum kick, there's a contrast there.
No one's there to help me pick up all the pieces.
That high vocal there is exactly what needs to be done for that other background vocal we heard in the first part of the chorus. It's very reverb drenched, it's very light, and it just flows with the music.
Try to hide it, but I know that it's showing.
And now that I listened more to the drums, I'm like 99% certain that you're using Logic. Go back into the project and put the retro rock kit on it and just hear kind of the difference. Like I said, I would recommend just finding some softer drums to use for that.
Down in a room full of people, but I feel all alone. Feels like nobody knows the things I'm going through.
Okay, that contrast from the second chorus from the first chorus is incredible. As a producer, you kind of have to change each part as you go. Well, you don't have to. You can do what you want. There's no rules to this. But that dynamic difference from one section to another section is great. A great rule of thumb to think about anytime that you're producing, composing, etc. It's always about driving the suspension, then bringing it down, then driving it, and bringing it down. Of course, if the goal is to have a dynamic song, have people engage with it a certain way, we kind of have to think that way. And I can tell that you think that way just again because of how different the second chorus is from the first chorus. And great job on the horn placements as well. It's very easy for horns to kind of sound very cheap and cheesy, but you blended them extremely well.
Built all by myself.
I would also recommend in that outro when everything's just big and it's driving and it's going, to add some more acoustic guitars to the left and right. You may have, I can't really hear them if you did, but it would just add a little more dynamics to it and contrast the acoustic guitar that's already being played. So if you're just playing with your hand and not using a pick to get that light, softer strumming sound, use a pick. Go big on the outsides of it basically. But that was Walls. Isaiah, again, fantastic job. Keep sending music. It's always great. So thank you so much. All right, so the next submission comes from Amelia Shome. My Swedish pronunciations are absolutely terrible, so I apologize. But this song is called Wait for Tomorrow.
I bought you white and blue flowers. You never ask for much. Sit in your room, talk for hours. You've always been enough.
So far, the production in general is incredible. The dynamics of the vocals as well as the reverb blends just absolutely perfectly. I find a big challenge with many people, especially when doing softer music, is how to control and how to bring the vocals up front. And you've dialed the exact right everything, compression, EQ. It fits extremely well so far.
Can we just wait for tomorrow? Nobody really knows. Just promise me to stay alive. Wait for tomorrow. Someday you'll look back and know everything turned out alright.
So again, I don't have anything else to say other than it's great so far. The harmonies are so balanced. There's so much dynamic stereo width to everything so far. How do I critique this? I can't. It's great. The only thing that I would recommend in this part is cutting out some more of the high end of the drums. I think the cymbals are just a little too bright. Now, I don't recommend completely just rolling off the top, but something as simple as a high cut that looks something like this. So this is it before. Let's go ahead and put that on. That small high cut just subdues the drums just a little bit because this is a very Phoebe Bridgers folk sounding track. And that kind of style of music never really has like drums that are that bright. So I'd just recommend just a slight high cut on the top of those drums. That transition right here was so good. You are a master of transitions. That's such an important dynamic of music that I think a lot of people forget about. This is so good. I mentioned this in the last video, but what separates, I think, great producers is not just how to start a song, but always how to end a song. This is so good. This was awesome. Looks like you have a ton of videos as well. Damn! Why are you coming to me to have your music reviewed? I should be sending my stuff to you. You're doing way better than I am. Go give Amelia some love. Thank you so much for submitting music. All right, we just have a couple more here. Life of Germ says, can't believe I missed this, darn it. Well, I said drop a link to your music, and we're just gonna go on your page and check your music out. All right, so we're gonna be checking out Angel in the Sky, Greg's song by Germ.
If I'd have known I wouldn't get to talk to you again, I would have said I loved you, my friend. To the one I started this journey with, I hope I get the chance to finish it.
So far, the production is incredible. I'm a big sucker for tuned down, degraded guitars. And just like the last song, it's always great when there's such a subtle part happening and the vocal production is never just so in your face. It's so slammed. It's done extremely tastefully. As well as the harmonies. The stereo spread on the harmonies is fantastic.
'Cause I feel like I could have started, but I could try to bring myself to talk about it, but there's not much that I can do but cry. 'Cause even though I am surrounded by friends, they can't replace your light.
This is incredible. Oh my God. First, I would like to just express my condolences. Obviously, this is a song about a loss of a friend. It's an absolutely beautiful tribute. I can't say anything about the production because it is fantastic. What I will say is you understand how to keep building and building and building. That tension riser I mentioned earlier, building it up, breaking it down, building it up, breaking it down, it just keeps going up. You understand that so completely well. Just when we think that we're gonna get a break, you keep delivering and you hit us with something even harder than before. God, this is so great.
You left behind these empty houses, but you became our angel in the sky. But you became our angel in the sky.
God, this is so good. This is so good. Musically speaking, the samples used, the mixing, mastering, everything. Oh my God, I'm blown away. That snare sample is so mean.
Already said about 100 times, I miss you, brother, please come home tonight.
Oh. I can't spit, man. We're good? Yeah, go. Ooh.
Wow, that was absolutely heartbreaking. Germ, you are an incredible artist. I really hope big things for you. Definitely adding this to my playlist. Wow, I'm at a loss for words, everybody. I'm gonna end the video there. Thank you guys so much who submitted music and let me talk about it, I guess. Like I said, it's always so good to see what you guys are doing. I try to provide nothing but positive value on this channel, and anywhere that I can step in and just like recommend something or anything like that. I always appreciate that you guys allow me to do that. So like I said at the beginning, if you have music that you want me to check out for the next video, please leave a comment below and I will see you guys then. Peace.